Sorry, I didn't have my return up.
There we go.
The Star Spangled Banner did not disappoint either. For Northern Valley, they'll start like this. The 6-foot freshman, number 5, Audrey Bina. The 5'4" senior, number 11, Shaylee Vesteca. The 5'7" junior, number 12, Mary Baird. The 5'8" junior, number 15, Austin Cox. And the vice grip, 5'3" junior, number 23, Braxton Cox. And the starting lineup for your Huskies, head coach Mitch Pugh, assisted by Lacey Hansen. The Alma Cardinals will start this way. The 5'4" senior that makes it all happen, number 1, Addison Neal. A 5'4" sophomore, number 3, Miley Whitney. A 5'8" junior, number 10, Kylie Hammond. And a 5'7" junior, number 23, Riley Scott. And they'll start a 5'11" senior in the middle, number 24, Sabrina Skimper. They've even got the good bumper music.
You love it. Love it. A lot of energy in this gym right now, Clint. You know it's going to come into the play of both teams right now, and I hope Northern Valley's ready to rumble in this one, as it seems like when we jump across the border for the border war action, you got to come, you got to play tough, you got to play physical.
You got to be strong in this one. You got to go after rebounds. You got to protect the ball even
That's
after
right.
you get it.
You got to grip it, keep it high.
You got to make things happen. And one other thing, it might be nice to hit some shots, huh?
That's right.
Bina, Skimper in the middle, whistle hit. Here we go. They'll tip it around, and Skimper cannot, but she will pass it over to Scott. Smart play by her. Neal to Scott on the wing. Northern Valley's coming out in a 3-2 defense. They did not show much of this in that tournament. They were in a more of a 2-3 look. Now they're going to try and defend that high post, and it works to the first possession. And tied up in that was...
Yeah, interesting
Sorry,
look.
Hammond tied it up.
Interesting look here, as we have not seen, like you said, the Huskies really run a 3-2. They usually come out in that zone or a 2-3, or a man or a 2-3, excuse me.
Full court, man pressure picked up here by Alma. High ball screen, Baird and Cox are sitting on it. Now a high ball screen for Bina, pass off, they'll run the horns. Swing back to Bina. So far, so good at Northern Valley.
They're going to need to remain patient and find a way to score, but it's not going to come immediately on a trip like this when someone's playing solid defense and they give the ball back to Alma there. But they're going to have to remain patient, wait for it to open up inside, and run the set piece that they are supposed to run. Now, there will be times where you get in transition, and if it's open, you take it. But against a good team like the Alma Cardinals, sitting at 13-3 on the year right now, those kind of can be few and far between.
Neal from the deep. They'll let it go on the three-pointer. It'll be off of the Cardinals' hands and out of bounds. And Northern Valley might
want to get a little more of a
hand in her face. Yeah, I agree with you, Ames.
It might get away with doing that against most players, but Addison Neal, the leading scorer for these Cardinals, will make you pay from outside.
Inside, back out to Vesteca. She's got it tied up now, back to Austin. High ball screens. And now back out, Braxton Cox for
Cox in the corner.
Wow, I was fumbling and mumbling on that. Yeah. And a foul by Vesteca will give it back over to the Cardinal. I thought she was going to knock it down. That's why I was trying to get it out. That's exactly the way she felt with it, too. She knew she was open. She knew she was ready to fire.
Rushed it just a little bit there, but a really good look. If they can get Braxton or Shaylee, maybe it's Delaney this game, but if someone gets a little hot from outside, that can open up a lot inside for Bina and Baird.
So that is how you go against the 3-2 defense, and it was a travel there after that one, but you attack it in the corners, and Riley Scott knocked one down. Bina to throw it in, and they'll go deep to Austin. They just pick up man, full court, and a foul out high on Addison Neal.
A little bit too much of a body check there. They'll let you apply the pressure to the handler, but if you come in there a little bit more bumper car style, they're not going to let it go out there that far away from the basket.
And with one foul on her, I'm all about trying to go at her again.
Absolutely. Trying to get the ball into Baird too high. Can't control it. Scott trying to take this one coast to coast. Has to go outside to Neal.
Nice help defense by Northern Valley. They'll swing it over. Whitney's got a baseline jump shot on the way long. No good. And Vesteca has it now with her mates still looking for their first bucket on the evening.
Huskies need to take advantage of the times when they're not getting applied with that full court pressure down the court.
Skip to Vesteca. They had Baird on the inside. They're still looking to get it to her. They do. The leading scorer for Northern Valley will shoot it over. Skimper and airballs it, and it'll go off of Bina and out of bounds. It's all right. It's where we want to get the ball, and it's what's going to happen.
You need to keep going back to that well. Skimper did a really nice job there, though, being patient on defense, not falling for the pump fake that Baird applied on the initial attack towards the rim there, just standing tall up against her.
Nice pass by Scott inside, and Cox ties the ball up in the middle.
And if you're the Cardinals, you just want to see Skimper take that up right away, as it might have surprised her a little bit, but it was there. It was there for him for sure.
So the confidence issue, if you're wearing a green jersey, is going up. I know you're down 3-0, but you're showing you can play with them. Travel there, lets it go, and a fadeaway jump shot, no good. Scott gets it back. Now Whitney's three on the way is good.
Got to box out and not let them get those second chance opportunities like they had right there, because they got too many shooters that can knock down a shot from outside.
Braxton will cross the timeline with the left hand, now get it to Austin. Stop, three-pointer on the way, boom.
Long two is what they're calling it, but still nonetheless a great shot there, working over the screen applied.
Skip into the corner for Scott. They've knocked two long balls down. They got another one coming here with Whitney. And this one's long, no good. Northern Valley's got to hit the glass harder than that. Good move by Scott. Will free up another opportunity here. Inside out, Scott in the corner. Three's on the way. Just short. Baird tracks it into the corner. Northern Valley, like I said, has not played that 3-2 defense much, but certainly showing opportunities now. Stopping, no good for Austin. Taking a little more time on that one. She had it.
And that 3-2 defense, it's going to require those posts to really get outside and hustle when they're wanting to hit that corner three. Ball's going to stay here. So it was tipped out last by a Husky.
Looks like Chase Molzon, a 5'11 sophomore, to check in. She wants the ball back, and they give it to her. Now she'll turn and...
Vesteca's going to get called for... No, they're going to call it on Baird.
No, they've got to call that on Vesteca. Yep, it's Chaley.
Yep, so Vesteca picks up her second, I believe.
It is. Into the corner they go. Addison Neal. Quickly to Scott. Now Cox has a steal.
Pressure applied there, trapping them in the corner. Find Baird up front. She just got her head around to keep control of that one.
Vesteca now back to Austin. Back dribble and gets it to Vesteca. I like this dribble handoff deal with the high points.
On-ball screens, though.
Yep, we got to find the roll, and they did there. Baird to the rim, puts it up, no call again. Ball.
You're not going to get a lot of calls, though, in this one.
Flat, just one and done trips left and right for Northern Valley. Good penetration by Neal. Free shot for Whitney's no good. They'll get it inside. Molzon will turn and shoot that one. Get another rebound. Her glasses go flying, and now the Northern Valley gets him. Like you said, there is not going to be a whistle here tonight. Evidence number one, her glasses went about 7 yards.
Yeah, and they fell off as she was trying to make the rebound there. Trying to still find a way to get inside to Baird and Bina. It's been very congested in the paint early in this one.
Molzon and Baird are going to go at it, and a foul will be called against Molzon. Her first. Looks like it'll be the second team foul against the Alma Cardinals. Northern Valley will play it in underneath, down 6-2.
And where the junior Baird has really picked up her game this year is I think she's done a lot better job putting that ball on the floor and making a quick move which ultimately is what led to that foul.
Give me a high five, man. Give me a high five. We scored on an inbounds play.
We scored on an inbounds play. A rare feat for this varsity girls team, but they did right there. Too much body against Molzon. Made it too easy to get it inside to her.
Wow, that felt good.
Yeah. Lingered on it a little too long, though. Forgot to go back and play some defense. Fouls, I believe, on Mary Baird.
Mary's first. Moles on to the line, misses the first one short. Looks like Sides will check in for her. Vesteka needs to make sure she does not pick up her third.
Moles on second shot is good.
And a substitution we never mentioned there. Number 13 for the Alma Cardinals into the game.
That's
Harper Fennell.
Yep. Jump ball called.
Harper right there, and to tie that one up, Northern Valley gets it back.
Cardinals missing Addison Siebels inside.
Austin pulling a trick right there, trying to get everything set. She can do it here. Those Nebraska refs don't know her tricks.
That's right.
The fake and tying of the shoe. Strong pass, Sides here on the wing. Drives in, nice dump side inside for Bina. No good on that one.
Molzon got a piece of the ball. As Bina went up, she's going to have to go up really strong and into the defender. Might have to make her living at the line tonight in this game.
Addison Neal's three is long, no good. Northern Valley now in transition. All the way to the rim, push from the back, and she'll go to the line. No, she won't.
It'll be on the ground.
It's on the floor.
It's going to go against Fennell.
I like Braxton's aggression there. If you get a step, you got to take it and go.
And that's the second trip down the floor that Braxton has had a step on the defender working against her. Maybe something to look at if you're Coach Pugh and the Huskies.
Sides with it in the corner. Short one for Austin. Floats it up. No good. Bina with an offensive rebound. Score it. We're in this game, boys.
Bina doing what she does best, crashing the boards on the offensive side.
Neal to Whitney, back to Neal. Scott in the corner will go baseline, and she'll turn it over.
Yeah, a little bit of a lackadaisical pass in there. I like the look. Just got to be a little bit more sure on that pass going interior.
The zone is really bothering the Alma Cardinal. Baseline takes Braxton. Now she'll go back to Austin. He'll go into the middle of the lane. Floaters up.
Euro step,
no
but
good.
Too strong. Neal's going to just put it on her back and
slice
take it
and
coast
dice,
to coast.
but a good defensive play by Vesteka saves the layup.
It was a good defensive play. If she would have got any more in the way, she might have picked up her third foul, and this is going to go off Vesteka back to the Cardinals. It's a good look, trying to get her cutting across the baseline there, but the pass was behind her. Mary Baird comes back into the game for the Huskies. Audrey Bina will take a breather. Just a 1-point ball game with under a minute left in this first quarter. Both teams feeling each other out.
Got to play some defense. No wide open shots as they had Scott but didn't feed her the ball. This three-pointer by Whitney around and no good, but another offensive rebound is stolen out of there. Somehow that ball ended up in Sides' hand.
Skimper had it and got it poked away.
Austin, high ball screen will find Vesteka here at the top of the key. Now the dribble handoff. Rolling to the basket. They've got Baird with a pin, but the pass just on the outside with 20 seconds to go. Here come the Cardinal. Swing pass, Neal open for three. It's on the way. Just long. Man, they're just off just a touch.
Scott tracks it down, gets it to Skimper inside. She can turn and try to probably rise above the defense as she's got the height advantage there.
Three-pointer by
keep going outside. Sorry to step on your toes there, Clint.
No, that's okay. The three-pointers keep coming and keep coming fast.
Well, they want it to fall, and you got to imagine if you're the Cardinals, they're going to start falling at a better clip at some point. You can't neglect the fact that they got shooters on that team. If you're the Huskies, you need to keep putting a hand in the face and not get lackadaisical on defense, even though they're not falling right now.
Three-pointer as the buzzer goes off is no good for Scott. We're in a 1-point ball game. Alma leads 7-6. We'll be back.
Oil oil change. You can trust the friendly people.
Yeah, we'll cut him short. Aim. Nice quarter, huh?
It was a good quarter. It was kind of one of those ones where they're kind of feeling out a little bit of a team that they don't see it as frequently as some. Different style of play. But still, I would like to point out the Huskies are turning the ball over more than you would like to see, as the opportunities have been there, but they keep giving it back. Good defense, though.
So they'll stay in that 3-2. They got to sag on the wings just a little bit more so they find shooters and make sure you only got one person guarding the ball. You cannot double it. You got to find somebody else to either guard or do, and Cox has a steal out front as Neal threw it to her.
Trying to feed the high post in Hammond. Cox was all over it. Baird needs to go and get that ball. Someone needs to go and get that ball. She burned her dribble.
This
Pass goes just out of bounds into the hallway.
That transition buckets have looked just like that. Opportunities for the Alma Cardinal. They have wasted them in a lot of times, and that's why they only lead by 1 point here.
Yeah, and with the 3 ball not falling in that first quarter of action, they're going to need that transition offense to maybe kick them into gear.
Pass to Whitney in the corner. Now back to Riley at the trailer. Quickly inside out. Neal's 3 is no good.
They track down the rebound
with Hammond.
Out to Scott.
Quickly inside. Blocked by Bina. Stifling defense so far from Northern Valley. They just need to figure out a way to put the ball in the hole.
Bina with it at the point. Time out from
Mittens in Oakley, right off I-70 and Highway 40.
They inbound the ball here to Braxton. High ball screens. Now they'll get it to Vesteca. Back to Braxton in the corner. The bigs are doing a good job of moving a lot for Northern Valley, but they're just being smothered inside when they catch the ball. Austin, stop for 3, long, no good. Offensive rebound by Baird, puts it up and rolls around. Yeah, it falls down. Northern Valley with the lead. First offensive putback for Northern Valley.
The anticipation on that one. With their first lead of the game.
Into the corner for Whitney, back to Neal. Double skip pass to Hammond, now go inside, and that ball is, I don't know whether.
Foul on the floor, they're going to say, on the arm while they were trying to get it into Molzon.
They called it on Austin.
Delaney Sides will come into the game for Austin Cox. Just her first foul in this contest.
And an easy opportunity again wasted by the Cardinals.
That inbounds play is exactly how Coach Sievels wanted it to go and draw it up. Tipped out by Scott. It'll stay with the Huskies on the side.
Northern Valley's got to figure out a way to put the ball in the hole, because these shots that are not falling for the Alma Cardinal
should be falling.
They're going to fall for the Alma Cardinals.
The easy looks like that. The lid is going to come off the basket at some point. If you're the Huskies, you need to find a way.
Vesteca tries to go to the corner and does for Sides, inside to Baird. Hook shot blocked.
Bina and Molzon going after it.
Molzon, the sophomore, very active inside. And they feed her right there. She's going to leave that one short, but it'll be a blocking foul against Bina. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
She was just left all alone in the paint.
First on Bina.
Molzon second trip to the line. She cashes in on the first attempt. Now 2 for 3.
And we're all knotted at 8s. Second one for Chase. Around and down. They'll stay in a full court man-to-man pressure.
some give and go play for the Huskies. Austin ran into a wall as she tried to get some dribble penetration there, dragged the pivot foot, gives it back to the Cardinals.
Neal crosses the timeline with a left-hand dribble. Into the corner for Hammond, left alone. She'll let that one go, and tipped out of there. Three Northern Valley players could have had that one.
Tough break. It was going into Braxton's hands, and Bina was trying to gather that one in too.
Another block by Bina, and stick back by Hammond.
No one stops the ball. Braxton tries to take it all the way, finds herself too deep, has to kick it out to Austin on the wing. Baird now has a high post, dribbles, gets stopped by Malzahn.
Austin's long jumper off just again. After the first one went down, she's not been able to find the mark at all.
Well, it looks like the dribble penetration from the guards could possibly be there if they keep the aggression up, and there the three finally falls for Whitney in the corner.
Just like that, we look up and now it's a 6-point lead for the Alma Cardinals.
Well, we knew a team that scores that much on a nightly basis wasn't going to be staying off the scoring books as much as they were. Just not on the same page there. Baird was setting the screen, and Sides gave her the ball, but gave it back to the Cardinals, and then goes down and has to foul.
It's a good foul by Delaney. You don't want to give up an easy layup. Make her go earn them. Her first, team sixth. And Northern Valley will take a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Two of them staring at her.
Huskies down 6 now. Feels like a lot with the flow of this game, but only a 2-possession ball game at the moment. But Whitney now with that one makes it a 3-possession game. And good on both attempts. 16-8, Alma leads Northern Valley.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say exactly what you were. Go for it.
High ball screens here. They're doing a good job. This offense is working because Coach Coach Siebels does not let her girls switch. So these multiple high ball screens is working because they're getting tied up in the mess. Now they'll get it into Sides, into Cox in the corner. Back to Sides. Her three off the wing is on the way. Short, no good. Northern Valley's there for the offensive rebound with Baird. She kicks it back out to Cox. Spin in the middle. Pull up jump shot. Just short for Austin again.
Malzahn with the strong board. Trying to attack with numbers.
Deep three for Scott on the way. Hit it. Oh, it's just the way it feels, isn't it?
Yes.
And a steal by Neal out in front. Austin's already got two, right? And puts it in. Northern Valley's only scored 1 point in the quarter. They get it inside to Barrett and has it blocked by Malzahn, but has a foul called. So she'll go to the line to shoot two. The leading free throw attempt-wise for Northern Valley is definitely Mary Baird. That's just a feeling. I don't remember the stats on it, but it feels like she goes to the line about 10 times a game.
Probably somewhere close to that, at least in the second half of this season. Skimper will come back into the game for Malzahn, and Vesteka in for the Huskies. Braxton Cox will sit. Baird does sink the first, and that is still the main issue for the Huskies in this one, is not getting that offensive production that they need to keep up with the high-scoring Cardinals. I think the defense is still doing a fairly decent job overall.
You got to step out on a few shooters here. They're starting to get hot from the outside. But, yes, I think the defense is doing what you want it to do.
Cardinals still trying to get good ball movement to get the Huskies out of position, and they do there once again.
Whitney drains another three. That's 3 consecutive threes in possessions. really blowing this game open now by 14. Vesteca to Sides. She'll drive into the baseline, float it up for Baird, and no call again.
Neal going the other way.
It's that scary border, isn't it?
That's right.
I do like the way that it is being called here tonight. It's been consistent, man. You got to be strong inside.
Yeah, they're going to make you earn it down there in the paint.
And another steal by Northern Valley gives them an opportunity. Got to hit a bucket here if you want to get back in with a minute to go in this first half.
Need to carry some momentum into the locker room at halftime.
Sides on the baseline. No!
Skimper comes away with it. Neal in transition. Has her eyes up, looking for somewhere to go.
Stop, pop, Neal. No, it does not drop for her. And a foul will go against Skimper.
Scott, I believe.
You are correct. Scott picks it up. Vesteca will bring it across with 44 seconds to go in the half. Decides. Swing, Austin open underneath, and she finally put one in. She put the first one in and now the last one here in front of half.
And that is the easiest look the Huskies have found all night.
As they switched it up and ran a different offense in that set.
The backdoor cut creating the opportunity. Riley Scott left all alone. Good thing they didn't find her.
Austin will find Vesteca, but it's knocked out. They'll have to get it back here with 10 seconds to go. What would a bucket do here, Aim? Wow.
It would do a lot for you. It makes you, it feels like 10 compared to 14.
How about another one off of an inbound, huh? Baird with a nice move inside, and she'll go to the line.
This one, I believe, will go against Skimper. Just the first on Skimper this evening. Left short on the first attempt. So Huskies need to make sure they get back and not allow the hot shooters of the Alma Cardinals.
Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. Scott with it. Slow it down, and now they'll get it over. Skimper's three on the way. Boom! Skimper on senior night drops in a three at the halftime buzzer. Over to the Alma Cardinals. Start the same way, it looks like to me. Neal, Whitney, Skimper, Hammond, and Riley Scott. Northern Valley's going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They'll go inside to Skimper, back outside Neal, and swing it around quickly.
They do switch to more of that 2-3 zone, where they'd been running that 3-2, so a little bit of a different look, same concept, just to shake things up. Baird gets the rebound. We'll see if the Cardinals can keep the scorching play from outside the perimeter going, and Addie Neal picks the pocket of Braxton Cox and just takes it all the way. Really good play by her. Offhand layup.
Nice scoop by her, puts it up 29-13.
That's hard to teach. That just comes with being a gamer and putting a lot of work into this.
Vesteca's three on the way. No good, and it'll be knocked out by Riley Scott. Northern Valley will throw it in with Austin.
You said it in that first half. If the Huskies can take advantage of these set plays a little bit more, be wonderful. Baird puts it on the ground. Neal ties it up with her.
Second straight steal by Addison Neal, and she's going to go to the rim, find an open teammate for an easy layup. Senior point guard extraordinaire.
Yeah, we know she can score in buckets, but she is also a great facilitator for this team, and it runs through her. Timeout, 30 seconds from.
Took that timeout and tried to settle his troops. His two straight turnovers on the first two possessions. And both steals by Neal. Austin to go baseline, and a blocking foul will go against Whitney.
I like that Austin put the ball on the floor and took it at the defender there. In this case was Whitney. Her first foul of this contest. But that's what you need to do. You need to be aggressive somewhere.
Back to Braxton, open with Austin, trying to get it inside, but not a lot of places to go with
A lot of contact in there, but again, they're not going to start calling that now.
No. Scott with a good left-hand dribble finds a posted up, an easy score for Skimper.
She set up perfectly down there by the hoop.
And they've gone to a half-court trapping defense now.
Just lackadaisical with the ball is Northern Valley, giving it back once again.
This pass goes just awry. Scott to Neal. They'll sit back in their pressure again. It's a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Baird against Whitney. Puts it up, no whistle again. I don't know if that guy's got one.
Maybe the bead is out of it. Neal on the wing. They work it around.
Whitney with those, a lot of threes in the first half, and a steal here by Bina. Skimper tracking her down from a long ways away. And once again, Bina goes all the way. Had to fight through contact to put it in.
Coast, though. Good to see that from the freshman. Scott eyes the three. Skimper pushing her way inside.
Inside-out action is what they've been deadly at, and yet another three by Whitney. I don't know what she averages, but another turnover here by Braxton. But she is raining the three ball tonight.
Having a heck of a game from outside the arc. Feels like she hasn't missed. I'm sure she has, but it feels like she has not.
A lot of attempts from the three-point line from the three guards. And, of course, Skimper hitting one at the buzzer helped too. But
it works if you have 7 or 8 in the game, though.
Another three-pointer by Scott, no good. And the rebound by Baird. But it is something to say that, you know, we talked about the strategy and knowing that the three-point ball might be the ball to go after. And going to go up for 2 shots here is Bina because there's no whistle inside.
Nope, there's not a whistle inside. It's kind of a no man's land down there in the paint on both sides. Got to really work there. Bina does fight through the contact enough that she does draw the whistle. But yeah, when you have a team that can hit this well from outside, you may as well fire away.
Fennell into the game. Sitting is Hammond. Second one good for Bina. She's got 3.5. And that's only Northern Valley's 3 points in 4 minutes of this second half.
Tough sledding on the offensive side so far for Northern Valley, like you just said. Working the ball
three
around.
by Scott. No good. Sides with a defensive clear. One of the ladies we haven't been able to. They're going to just give it to Northern Valley. It's clearly off of Braxton, but she got drilled.
Yeah. Blocking foul's not called, so they'll just gift the ball back.
It's kind of the soccer play. I kind of like it. Baird mugged and will go to the line here as Molzon gets the whistle. Third foul against Chase.
Shot good from Baird. Skimper comes back into the game. 4 miles on with those 3 fouls.
So Skimper's got 3 and Molzon's got 3?
I don't know how many Skimper has. 2 or 3.
Baird connects on both. Gonna have to really step up the offensive game to get back in and find shooters, because Whitney's wanting it right here and they didn't get it to her. She's ready and catches now. Fennell back and around to Addison. Will try and penetrate this zone and kick back to her wide open shooter, Whitney. Same result.
Remarkable night from Whitney, primarily from outside the arc.
I think that's her
rain.
5th 3 of the evening.
No foul call there as Skimper wraps around, steals the ball away. Neal, good dish off to Scott, can't get it to fall. Braxton tries to slow things down.
Sides with it. And she traveled with it.
Yes, she did. Malzahn back into the game for Skimper.
Somebody going to guard Whitney? Oh.
Slow learners, apparently.
Are you kidding me? Oh, this one rattles out.
That one looked like it should have fallen.
Neal says, I can do it too. She'll knock in a 3. It's raining tacos here tonight in Alma. If a taco was a 3-pointer by a Cardinal. Austin stopping the free throw line jumper is good. You ever heard that song?
No.
Raining tacos? Don't. It'll be in your head forever.
All right.
Nice pass inside, no good.
This
But
is
Chase
the bunny.
Molzon tries to clean it up. Bina with those long arms has done a good job on the glass tonight. And a blocking foul will go against Scott.
Trying to close off that sideline.
Austin was trying to put her head down and gain a first down on that play.
She was.
Get another yard or two to move the chains.
If she would have put that shoulder down anymore, she probably would have got the charge call instead of the block.
She'll go to the bench.
Vesteka to inbound. Someone's got to go to the ball. They get Bina in the corner, trying to feed it inside to Baird.
Smothered was Baird, and then Skimper jumped all over her back, and they called a jump ball. Just came all over the top of her.
Huskies maintain possession with the arrow. Find Bina inside.
Hey,
Fights
another
through
high
the-
five. That's 2 tonight.
Fights through the contact, and they score on another inbounds play.
Hot diggity dog. Replay. Score it. Let's go to the line to shoot for another one.
And I'm not really a fan of the moral victory side of things, but for as far as the 3-ball has been falling in this game, Huskies haven't completely gone away yet. But like you said, they're going to have to figure out something in a hurry if they want to get back in this one and have a chance at it.
19-point game as we look at it. Skimper way too deep, and somehow Northern Valley gets away with it. Double in the backcourt. Neal pulls it, left hand scoop and good. Braxton tries again.
Working the wrong way out there. Vesteka burns her dribble. They smother her right there and get away with it.
No.
Well,
he's going to get eaten now.
Yeah.
What?
Three in the corner for Scott falls.
It's raining in here.
It's raining in here. 50 seconds left in the third.
Sides his baseline jumper, no good. Bina with it underneath, spin around, no good. And another hammer time underneath. Northern Valley will get it back.
Yeah, we're sitting in between the two fan bases. It could get interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Inside to Baird, working against Skimper. Doing all she can and not getting any help.
29 seconds to go in the half. Somebody guard Miss Whitney, please. Cox steps in for a steal. Gets it back to Vesteca.
Cheap one there against Skimper as she ran into Vesteca, just trying to get down the floor. It'll be Huskies ball on the side. If that is her fourth, that could be big. I don't know how big it'll be in a 24-point ball game, though. Did they just switch it? They just switch it to Fennel?
Huh? What?
How was it on? Whatever.
Skipper ran all over the ball carrier, but
It wasn't intentional, but it's still the foul on her.
Vesteca will fire the long two and knock it in. We'll look at fourth quarter action after these messages from
game. And, you know, I said before this game, 54 is a pretty big number to average, but I think they're going to eclipse that by a ways, especially if they continue shooting like they have in the second and third quarters of this one.
So one of the stats that I've talked stats with my daughter out there, I've pointed at is that absolutely no team all season has beat the ladies from Northern Valley from the three-point line. I mean, they shoot like 22%, the opponents against Northern Valley. That number's going to change.
Yeah, that got smashed today.
I mean,
they can miss the rest of their shots, and they're still going to shoot better than 22%, I think, in this one.
The opponents coming into this were just not shooting well from outside, and I tried to convince her. As Scott rolls in another one, tried to convince her, you know, nobody's beating you from outside. Dad is officially wrong.
Well, you were right.
Inside they go to Baird. Finally with a clean touch. She goes back out to Vesteca, who just knocked one down. Skimper clears a rebound.
Whitney with it. Finding Scott in the corner. She'll drive baseline.
Swing it around. Whitney for a rare two ball. Doesn't even need to hit a rim.
She does a really good job of setting her feet.
Austin just turns it over.
Did a good job playing defense there without grabbing the foul, but all for naught as Neal gets one in from mid-range. Hold on the
Austin will
sideline.
go shoot 1-1. Addison, who does a great job of thieving the basketball.
Picks a lot of pockets out there. It'd be nice to see what kind of steal she averages a game. I could probably find that number.
Austin missed the free throw. Long shot by Whitney.
The rare miss from Whitney from outside.
Maybe she was just feeling the heat check or something.
Maybe.
Vesteca trying to go through two defenders, and it'll be a held ball. Northern Valley will keep it.
Inbound play coming here.
They'll hand off to Sides. Back to Cox. It's just mumbled mess in that corner on that inbounds play we continue to run. And
they don't have the spacing they need.
Back out to Scott it goes. Around the perimeter. That ball doesn't stick for very long. Neal does a great job of finding teammates. Another block shot by Bina, but it'll go back to the Cardinals. Scoop shot by her is good. Inside, they try to float it to Baird. Skimper's long arms knock it out. Moles on, and Cox to set to come back in for their respective teams. Sides will sit, and so will Skimper.
Out to Braxton they go. Trying to get the ball into Bina. Tried to force that one. Molzon got her paws all over it.
Scott. Crossover. Swing it across, and that ball was hit. Get it back to Cox.
Tipped away by Neal. Even when she's not stealing the ball, she's making a difference.
Just
Pestering. You cannot just be comfortable if you're a ball handler for the Huskies when Neal is out there.
they've got her listed. Austin's 3 on the way, hits it. They've got her listed at 5'4". She plays so fast, and her hands are so fast. It don't matter. It don't matter how tall or short she is.
And she's able to utilize both hands so well. Off ball, dribbling, off ball, baskets. Molzon there with just a good effort, sticking with her first shot, putting back the second chance.
It was work to do it, and she did it. Baird, lob up to Bina. Her shot, no good.
One of the probably easier looks of the night for the Huskies, not falling. That's just how it's been.
That's what the shake and bake by Scott scores quickly.
Double dribble called against Austin.
Harper Fennell comes in. Whitney left open from the same spot all night long. Whew.
Has to be
on fire.
I guess I can't say if it's a career night or not, but it sure feels like it would be something of those sorts.
And she's got to have 8 tonight, doesn't she?
From
Valley. Go Huskies from Stephen Cox and Associates.
All-American.
That's fantastic. As we've done extensive gargling on the internet.
Yeah, Max Preps. So if it's wrong, I'm not to blame.
Long outlet to Vesteca. 2 hands in the back, doesn't seem to matter. And Baird tracks it down into the corner.
But I wanted to know how Whitney's been doing this year. And yeah, she's having maybe a coming on the scene moment at the sophomore, is averaging 5 points a game coming into this one. Well over that tonight. And
we predict that she's got 8 threes and,
yes.
And it could be more.
She shoots an excellent percentage from out there at 38%, which any coach will take.
Northern Valley will get it out on the turnover here, but no mercy running clock apparently in Nebraska.
No.
Get better is what they say.
Just don't lose by 30, I guess is what they say.
Baird has it. Nice pump fake move for her, and she'll put it in. First quarter didn't look like this.
No, it did not.
The next 3 certainly have.
First quarter, the Huskies were able to kind of slow down the tempo of play the way that they wanted to coming into this one. Kept the Huskies off the scoring column with the 3-point bombs. But after that, the floodgates opened, Clint. Opened.
Austin open in the corner for a 3 of hers, and she'll hit another one. Would have been nice if some of them would have fell in the second quarter.
Yeah. Molzon not called for the over the back there. They let him play on. Baird comes away with the board.
High post, they go to Mary. We've scored in 3 straight possessions. Trying to get something clicking.
Yeah, the ability has been there. It's just too little too late, Clint, as could not get the offense rolling soon enough.
Nice floater in the lane by Neal. It's going to be no good. Stick back by Molzon.
And every one of Malzahn's points, I'm not sure how many she has, at least 6, have all been off of hard work and second chance opportunities, whether it be following her own shot and getting the board or someone else's. Fennell working against Braxton. Called for getting her on the arm, so Braxton will go to the line. That was a makeup call.
Braxton put a forearm and elbow into her because she was tired of it.
Definitely a makeup call, as they probably could have called her riding her hip, but then after that, then they call it as Braxton gets a little body check in there.
Braxton was the definite aggressor when the whistle was blown, but somehow goes the other way.
Misses the one-on-one attempt. Scott has it, eyes up, trying to find a way to score, and she does with the left hand.
Bullies to the rim and scores it. Nice move by Scott. You got to be strong with the basketball the way she was. Sides is 3 on the way. Short, no good.
Got the front of the rim ever so slightly, but needed a little bit more juice under that one.
Back to a 30-point lead by the Cardinals. With 1:30 to go here, we're just going to clear the benches. Coach Siebels has summoned them. And a three-pointer by Whitney is no good. Offensive rebound, Scott. Nice drop inside. No call on that one. No call on that one either. And Molzon continues to fight for it. And a foul will go before the shot. It's just the 3rd whistle against Northern Valley in the half. You want to talk? You sure?
No. Oh, you're talking to someone else.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
Yeah, get the people on the mic.
Substitutions in here to the game. Let's check them down that roster. Looks like Fennell's out there, as well as Samantha Stone is a 5'8" junior. Number 21, Zaylee White, is a 5'4" sophomore. Is that number 0?
Yes.
Jalen Schmidt is a 5'3" freshman. Fennell with it now. Back out. Three-pointer on the way by Schmidt. No good. Sides with a rebound. Austin with it. Inside to Baird. Nobody found her. She didn't expect to be that wide open, and Bina followed. Missed it. Ball loose on the ground. Come up with it is Addison Poole, who's on the floor for the Cardinals. They get it in the corner for Stone. Now back out. Deep 3 by Schmidt. No good. 30 seconds to go. Bina will go up the court to Baird. Layup up and good. First 2 points of transition bucket all night for Northern Valley.
At least feels like it. Might be. Coming in 20 seconds left. So, one of the better performances statistically on the year for the Cardinals coming into this one. I think it's safe to say, and I try not to say this a lot, they were dropping trays like a nervous lunch lady out there, Clint.
Yes, they were. They hit the replay button on that. What did you say, Aim?
I said that the Alma Cardinals were dropping trays like a nervous lunch lady out there.
Braxton.
Left and right, and it was coming from all over the place.
Oh, it was like a storm in here from the three-point line. We're going to go down and grab the stats and take a look at it and recap this one. But this one ends 67-39, Alma over Northern Valley. We'll be right